Hi, I'm Jess and welcome to Gum That Station. I wanted to show you some of the books that I use when I prepare the activities that involve science and social studies. It's always great if you can have some sort of guide with you. It can help with some of the activities where you compare and contrast trees or animals or write down something about your favorite animal. You can use bird guides, sea life guides, any kind of guides you have. They're always really helpful and the kids learn some new information. I'm a huge fan of Magic School Bus books. I think they provide a really great level of science to the kids in elementary school. And something else I wanted to mention is Scholastic has a lot of their information right now is free and accessible. And if you search for Magic School Bus on the Scholastic webpage, they actually have a whole bunch of really easy science experiments, and I would highly recommend that. One of our favorite books in the house is the Zoey and Sassafras series by Asia Citro. She's a local to the Seattle area, and she has 7 books in the Zoey and Sassafras series. And I love them because they go through, at a really good level for elementary school kids, they go through the scientific method of doing an experiment. So having a hypothesis, going through the equipment you need, and performing the experiment, steps, the methods, and the results and conclusions. So I think she does a really good job of introducing scientific method. Another series I like is the Big Book series. This one is the Big Book of the Blue, and it has lots of plants and animals from in the ocean. And they also have the Big Book of Bugs and Big Book of Beasts, and there's a whole range of them now. But I feel like, again, it's a really good level of information for kids with really nice pictures. It's really visually appealing, and even I learned a lot of information from this book. This is one of my favorite books. It's the National Parks of the USA book by Kate Cyber. And it's a fairly new book. I think it's only a couple of years old, but it goes through so many national parks, and it has lots of plants and animals and a lot of interesting facts. National parks I've not been to yet, ones I've heard of and I haven't been to. And it shows you the map, and just so many different parts about it. I think it's a really great book to use for when you're making a little science book or fun facts book, a national park fun fact book that I did in one of our episodes in week 2. So a really great book to have on hand, and I think you'll learn something as well. And finally, I have a book that I actually got from Costco. It's the Explorer book, but you can also find it at Barnes & Noble or Amazon. And this also is full of so much information, and you can read it as much as you can for your child, and you just kind of read it at the level that they're ready for. But it goes through different types of explorers. There are lots of women in there as well. And actually something that my daughter said to me today is she's going to look through this to refamiliarize herself, and she's actually going to create a big Explorer page for herself to include a map and make believe of what she did as an explorer, where she went, what she found. So I'm looking forward to showing you that on next week's episode. All right, I'll make sure that I have all of these resources in the description below. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.